Good morning. 3:43 a.m. 6/19/2017. It's a Monday. Monday. Whatever. I'm so sorry about that, am I? Well, codename Nietzsche. You ruined my life. I know that was the goal. What else could it be? I've had too many haters in my life to not realize that you're just one of them. Only you got to be more up close and personal for longer than any of the rest of them. And basically that was by default. So, know this for sure. We don't want you in our life. And I mentioned this in another video. I'm not sure what to call how you do it, but I see you almost on a daily basis, sometimes several times a day. As close as you can get up to our life without actually being there. I could almost call you my number one fan. So, we have you to thank for that. And remember this, always. You're half of what you said that man is. There's no denying that. That DNA, that geneage, what he is, you're half of. Okay? The thing that's baffling me, and I touched on it in this here video yesterday, why weren't these people jumping up and down, wanting those little jobs to do? Because there's been a lot of them. Painting, cleaning, rearranging. Now this house has been the worst. Well, no, Otterville House was the worst. Because it was harder for people to get out there sometimes. In the way of having a ride and gas money. But I did get a little help there. But so far here I'm getting help now for the past maybe month and a half. Getting help about once a week. And she can't come today because she's taking someone to get a dog surgery. The answer to the question of why, when it was in your power to halt the proceedings, the court proceedings that made you a permanent resident of 208 South Washington Avenue, Sedalia, Missouri, 65301. Did you not stop it? I read your deposition. I know things. Other people have read your deposition because I put it in their eyes for them to be able to do that. I took it to them. It became somewhat of a study manual, actually. Because I was bound and determined to find out exactly what made you tick. You made yourself an enemy, and that opened up to me when I got that file in 97. 3 boxes of it. The state more or less went, here you go. Have at it. And that I did. So in that deposition, I know you claimed it happened starting day 1. So why wasn't the first communication back with your mother, help me, I want out of here, I want to go home, I want out? Because at that point in time, with her ability in and out the court system, because not all of this, I realized, took place in an actual courtroom setting. So when I said before, like, in court, it wasn't in courtroom, per se. It was a court action. She could have gotten the child support amount raised. It would have been simple enough. Because in the short time that you were there before, you would have, as a regular person with regular understanding, instead of this irregular lack of understanding that you have demonstrated, to say, look, now she's spoiled. She's got to have satellite TV. She's got to have running water. She's got to have this, that, and the other thing, electricity. Well, electricity had been banned because of God. But still, running water. Hello? Why isn't the Iowa, I think Decatur County, all over that? Oh, I know. Because the prosecutor's sister is Livingston's sister was the prosecutor or assistant prosecutor. So that's okay if the kids on his property suffer and go to hell in a handbasket and not have running water? Hello? Why didn't the state intervene? Because of Livingston's sister. You could have stopped it, and you didn't stop it. That's the big deal right now. You knew where the knives were, because one of your chores was to load the dishwasher and unload the dishwasher. Well, yeah, and before you loaded the dishwasher, sometimes things needed a little extra care, like rinse stopper scraped. Okay? It wasn't this back-breaking thing. It wasn't go chop wood. It wasn't take this bunch of clothes down to the creek and scrub them on a board. It was throw them in the electric washing machine, add some soap, turn it on, and go do whatever else. So I don't know why they didn't tag your mother with failure to warn, knowing because of her letter that basically she called you a deviant, a sex deviant. Where was the care for little brother? Oh, these people have their issues, and they've got a young son in the home. But here, have my sexual deviant. This ought to really help. And why didn't grandparents Myers or aunties Myers ever want to come down to that house when they were invited? Gee, we've got our granddaughter niece down there. And we're getting these invites, both written and oral, over the phone. And we go as far as Kansas City to see the other brother. But we can't make it to Sedalia to see this needy granddaughter niece. Who's like the turnip that fell off the turnip wagon. Just to check and make sure, just to see these facilities, just to see this house, just to see this housekeeping, just to see, do they have this, that, and the other thing? What can I do for them? Do they need a new throw rug crocheted? You know? Do they need some pot holders? Do they need some canned goods? No, no, and no. These are medical field people. I guess they felt like, hell, I don't know. Sink or swim, lady. Even my mother had pointed out that it was awful strange that even when our first son died, none of these people showed up. Their oldest son and his younger wife, my mom was so taken aback by that itself that she wrote asking why they never came down, even when their grandson had died. And what happened? One of the aunts went ballistic. I have no idea why. Your guess is as good as mine. So I get ghosted. I get the silent treatment. I don't hear from them anymore at all. Last time I heard from them, was at the downtown house. I hadn't moved to an upscale neighborhood in an upscale house yet. And we talked maybe 5 minutes. And I think they sent for that Christmas like $10 for me and $5 for Brad. That was it. I did have one of them on Facebook, but I weeded out my list. Even my own family members that didn't ever have anything to say to me got weeded out. Because I've had it. I've had it with the world at large in that way, and I'm sorry, but wow. Thanks for listening.